Hey everyone, Marijn Markus here, Managing Data Scientist at the Data Science Next conference. I started out in the field 8-9 years ago, back when we called it statistics and methods and just computers, and it was not sexy. Then it became big data, then it became data science, then it became AI, and now everything is Gen AI, and now we are AI and sexy. But to me, it's still the same stuff. We do stuff with computers and data to help understand and help people. And that's also why I'm here today, to learn more about what different people are doing in our field, because so much more than just the names changed over that decade. We went from focuses on huge data sets that we couldn't host on single servers, the big data revolution. Now we can host all of that in our phones. Big data is dead, long live big data. Then we had the machine learning craze, which we talked about today, the advent of GPUs. Everyone started focusing on deep neural nets. Then we had the NLP craze. Then everyone switched over the past 2-3 years to transformer models and large language models like ChatGPT. And every time we see an iteration and a focus on different buzzwords for which you need to come to conferences, but more importantly, we see the new techniques enrich the existing ones. And that's what I loved most of all about the speeches today, which was about forecasting, was about legal frameworks, was about how Gen AI murdered trust in models and organizations and people, because anyone online can now be any believable person can now be a bot. And all of those just adds to the complexity and the dimensions of the work we already do. LLMs change all the other work we do, from coding to optimizing to generating and interpreting data. In the same way, deep learning changed all our models because we could suddenly handle so much more compute. So it's not about one new thing, it's about one new thing enriching all the other current things. And that's why I come to this conference, to hear about what the heck all these other people are doing, because we can only do so much to keep up. Which is also my tip to new starting data engineers and data scientists. Please don't focus on the Pokemon names. They change every few years. And also don't focus on learning one particular technique or thing, because the field will progress faster than you can manage to master any aspect of it. Focus on learning to learn, because that's the hardest and yet the coolest part about working in data. You can go anywhere. Public, private, banking, retail. I work with governments and NGOs because everyone needs data. That's the coolest, and we can help so many people. So if we have all this AI, why are we using so much of it for chatbots and marketing and porn when we could be using it to help so many more people? Learning to learn and learning to continue to develop yourself is the best skill you can acquire. Don't focus on training badges, on Pokemon names, on any particular course. And don't focus on doing one thing better than anyone else, unless you're that top 0.5% on Kaggle. Because the real goal is to know stuff that other people don't. I'm a social scientist by trade, criminology, statistics, sociology. And people go like, what the heck are you doing in data science? Because I will never be able to code as hardcore as a computer scientist, or optimize as hard as an econometrician. But suddenly bias in AI becomes an issue. Discrimination in algorithms, human behavior, analysis of electoral analysis, pandemic modeling, citywide crime analysis. And that's where I can make a difference, not because I know something everyone else does, but because I know something nobody else does. So focus on making yourself unique and learning new things, rather than doing what's popular at this day and age. Good luck.